Hi, I'm Manny, and boy, don't I look silly. Don't I look like a big old liar? Because in the last Yap video, I sort of promised, well, not sort of, I promised that I would use an old intro for a little series where I went on Pinterest and just drew from the reference in order to expand my visual mental library. And I said, "Oh, I'll like dust it off and use it to practice all these coloring methods." And I didn't do it. Well, no, I did do it, but I'm not going to make it into a video because what actually happened was I uh I opened a new canvas and I started experimenting with all these color things. I would use Pinterest images, but all of the all of the methods of coloring that I would use would just not feel they just wouldn't feel right. They wouldn't click right with me. And it just ended up being frustrating to like watch. Like I don't think it would be fun to watch me like flounder around all these different coloring methods. And I said, screw it. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing now and just keep going in that direction. Because as I've stated before, I have this really big problem with both commitment and with also being easily swayed by seeing other artists' work. Like I look at other artists' work and think, I want to try that or I want to do that without much consideration for the value of what I'm already doing. Anyway, so you know how I've said before, well, I mean, assuming you've watched all of these and retained any of it, you know how I said that I tend to record a little bit, then go off the computer, do some stuff, and then come back and record some more. So I just had a little bit of it's not an epiphany because it's not like a huge deal, but you know how they say that if you have to eat a frog, make sure it's the first thing you do that day, meaning do the hardest thing first. Well, for me, I just came up with this thing called an anchor task, which is something that you can do that is in your mind productive, but it doesn't feel like a drag to do. So when you wake up and you do your morning routine and you do your stuff and you want to have a productive day, you do your anchor task and that sort of sets it in your mind, like it gets your mind in the right headspace where you're like, oh, I just did something productive. Well, I might as well do one more thing that's productive, and then another, and then another. And you've gotten the snowball rolling downhill, and now you're just having a productive day because you started with your anchor task, because it like anchors you into the productive mindset. I think my anchor task is actually, so we have like a paper shredding machine and we use it to shred all of the like old documents that we no longer need, or all the promotions that we get in the mail that we do not want but keep getting for some reason. Well, I started and I said, well, the pile of like, discarded letters and stuff is getting pretty big. So I'll just like crack a few open, lay them out, and then shred them one by one. And that got my mind into the headspace of, my room is actually pretty dusty. So I think, it could go with a vacuum. So I vacuumed my room, like the whole thing, did the whole moving all the furniture around, and now I'm kind of doing this whole recording thing as an extension of, well, I mean, I'm having a productive day. This is in a way productive, so I might as well do it. And it's such a good feeling to keep the momentum going. Like it gets you into a bit of a FOMO mindset, but it's like a positive FOMO mindset where I don't want to miss out on all these things that I can like do it'll feel good to get them done, so I might as well do them. And so you do. I actually think I might pause this recording and lift the weights for a bit before I get back to it, because I recently ate some chicken, white meat, and that's kind of good for, getting the protein, right? Getting the materials you need for your body to build muscle. So I want to pick up the dumbbells and get some of that done, but I've gotten into a bit of a flow state recording all of this, and I don't want to for it to go to waste only to come back and feel blocked. Your mind kind of goes blank when the recording goes on unless you're already in that state where you're thinking about what to say and what to talk about. Another big tip for me would definitely be that once you wake up and you're like all, kind of like shook awake and stuff, the first thing you should do is to either flip your mattress over or take the covers off, or basically make it so that you can't like comfortably or quickly get back on your mattress. Because if a single square inch of my body touches the mattress, it's over. I've just lost an hour or two of the day right there. It's so bad. Like the amount of times we're all like, oh, I'll just sit in my mattress a little bit and be comfy. And then boom, fell asleep 2 or 3 hours. That's your day wasted, buddy. And it feels so bad because I want to be productive, right? Like I want to like get stuff done and I want to do things, but something about being on my bed makes my body go, oh, okay, nap time. Bam, time for napping. You just lost the day away. And it happens after work too. Like I'm trying to work out so that I can do like a shift at work and then come home and still have the energy to like enjoy my day, but I'm not quite there yet, and I do often end up like napping most of the day away, which I don't want to do. Like there's so much stuff I want to do, but again, like the bed is my kryptonite. So yeah, like one thing you should do is take the covers off your mattress or like flip it or like do something to make your mattress inaccessible. And I know that realistically speaking, you could sleep on the couch or something, but as far as like because my office, like the place that I work and do all this stuff, is in my room. So as long as my bed is inaccessible, I pretty much just gotta sit in the chair and actually get stuff done. Moving on and getting back to art, I've actually been experimenting on some of my older works. I basically make a copy of the file, call it like color experiment, and then I try different coloring methods on those. Now, the reason I haven't actually recorded any of that because it is just me floundering about. But if I theoretically had an audience, I would ask you guys, like, hey, like, would you be interested in seeing that? But until then, I think I'll just like leave that off the recording. Anyway, that's all the yapping I've got in me for today. Have a good one. Thanks for watching and or listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.